Hello, what is up guys? Eman from Peso Smart PH here. Welcome sa panibagong episode. Shout out to all the podcast listeners as well. I appreciate you all. Today, we're gonna talk about Axie Infinity. And I'm making this episode as sort of a reference, no? Or like parang sagot ba kumbaga dun sa mga live streams and sa mga videos na pinopost ni Batas natin, no? So isa siyang lawyer dito sa Philippines about Axie Infinity being a scam or a Ponzi scheme or a pyramid scheme. So if you're interested to know his thoughts about Axie Infinity, you can just check out his channel, Batas natin. Go, i-search nyo lang sa YouTube and makikita nyo na agad, no? Yun yung magiging first result. Right, let's get started. So gusto ko lang isama dito, no, or i-highlight yung isang quote na sinabi niya, or i-quote natin yung isang sinabi ni Batas natin sa video niya or sa live stream niya. So sabi niya, isipin mo ikaw na level 1, lalaban ka sa level 50 kasi matagal na siya naglalaro dun sa game. Isang hampas niya lang sa'yo, dun patay ka na. End quote. Alright, so mukhang medyo malakas mag-crit, no, yung mga kalaban ni attorney sa mga nilalaro niya. And I don't think na Axie Infinity nilalaro niya. And I don't think na nakapaglaro na siya ever ng Axie Infinity. Kasi why would he play the game if it thinks that it's a scam? So yeah, that makes sense, no? Yung logic niya makes sense. But if you think about it, you know, nag-make sense pa rin naman, no, yung sinabi niya. Kasi for example, di ba, sila Elijah or si Indes na taon na naglalaro ng Axie, for sure, tatalunin ka nun sa arena or tatalunin ako nun sa arena kahit pa mas malakas yung Axie team mo or yung Axie team natin compared sa Axie team nila. Kasi they have more experience sa game and they have like more knowledge about the game. So, di ba, parang kumbaga sila yung sinasabi na level 50 nitong si attorney and then tayo lang yung level 1. Pero in case dun sa parang playing field, no? If sasabihin mo na hindi level yung playing field sa arena, I don't think that's necessarily true. Although yes, pwede kang makabuo ng meta or like ng malakas na team by like buying yung mga mahal na Axies na, you know, meta ngayon na considered as malakas ngayon, and then you can like grind up dun sa rankings. Pero it doesn't necessarily mean na dahil lang meron kang malakas na team, meron kang malakas na Axies na meta ngayon, doesn't mean na talagang sobrang tataas ka na or like magiging top player ka na agad. Kasi you really have to learn the game. And dapat masanay ka, no, or like familiar ka, no, sa mga cards, and dapat marunong kang mag-count ng energy, and then dapat sobrang sakto nung pag-calculate mo kahit do sa damage pa lang para alam mo kung ano yung mga cards na ipi-play mo. Dapat magaling ka din like mag-predict, no? Kasi parang power na din, no? Ipe-predict mo yung parang galawan or yung next moves ng magiging kalaban mo. And yeah, on the other hand, mukhang kulang lang talaga sa context or sa experience si attorney, no, sa Axie. If he thinks na hindi nga ganun, you know, level yung playing field sa pagdating sa arena play sa Axie Infinity. And then, ang gusto ko lang i-focus talaga dito is yung Ponzi scheme part ng video niya. Yun lang yung focus natin. And first off, yung Ponzi scheme, ano nga ba siya? I believe dati naman na-define na natin yun. No? Kasi like, diniscuss natin yung Cursor dati and like yung ibang mga scams din. So, I believe yung mga viewers ko. Pero kung bago kayo, syempre, kailangan malaman natin kung ano yung Ponzi scheme. So, ang source natin dito is Investopedia. So, sabi nila yung Ponzi scheme is a fraudulent investing scam promising high rates of return with little risk to no risk to investors. Again, nagpa-promise yung company ng high rates of return with little risk to no risk to investors. Again, first off, walang kahit anong pinapromise si Sky Mavis or yung Axie Infinity na kahit anong returns, no? Like, wala silang pinapromise na, every single day, 5% yung kikitain mo sa Axie Infinity. Every single day, 10% yung kikitain mo sa Axie Infinity. Ano lang, 1 month lang ROI ka na. It doesn't work that way. Wala silang sinabing kahit anong ganong statement, okay? So yun, dito pa lang medyo olats na agad. Again, ulitin natin, high rates of return with little risk to no risks to investors. Yung mga nagsasabi lang nito is yung mga mercenaries, no, or like opportunists na gusto magbenta ng Axie teams na overpriced, promising that team will earn you around 200 to 300 or more SLP per day. Yes, that's still possible if bihasa ka na sa arena. Pero pagka noob ka pa lang and first time mo pa lang maglalaro sa arena, kahit pa gaano kalakas yung team mo, like hindi ka sobrang makakapag-earn ng sobrang daming SLP kasi you will lose a lot sa simula. Kaya nga 'di ba pagka nagsimula ka pa lang sa Axie Infinity, mas advisable na sa adventure ka lang muna maglaro and dun mo lang i-dedicate yung energy mo para mag-level up yung Axies mo, and in turn after a week or after 2 weeks, mas magiging madali na yung pag-grind mo sa adventure kasi mataas na yung level ng Axies mo. So mas mataas na rin yung level ng adventure na pwede mong tapusin. So mas mataas yung SLP na makukuha mo every energy na gagastusin mo sa adventure. Pero again, kung may experience ka naman sa investing in crypto projects, you know na yung risk is 100-fold no compared to other traditional investments. So walang little to no risk na promise yung Axie or Sky Mavis. And again, itong Sky Mavis kasi dine-develop lang nila itong laro no. And gusto nga nila na magkaroon ng ownership yung community and yung mga players. So sa kada benta ng isang Axie, ang kumikita doon 95.75% of the time is yung nag-breed ng Axie. Ang cut lang ng Sky Mavis or ng Axie Infinity na game is 4.25%. So, di ba? For example, bumili ka ng skins sa ML, bumili ka ng mga skins sa CSGO, bumili ka ng mga avatars sa Dota 2, bumili ka ng mga skins sa sa Valorant, binili mo yung laro na GTA and lahat gumastos ka doon. Lahat ng revenue, lahat ng binabayad mo is mapupunta dun sa mga game publishers, dun sa mga game developers. Dito sa Axie Infinity, ang kumikita is yung community na mismo. Yes, mas kumikita no yung mga nauna. So, kumbaga yun yung parang nare-red flag as Ponzi scheme eh. Pero if wala kang context sa crypto and sa investing and sa NFTs, then hindi mo talaga siya maintindihan. And kapag sarado na talaga yung isip mo agad, na isip mo, hindi, scam yan kasi Ponzi scheme yung model nila. And yes, may merit naman yun, no? And yes, we can acknowledge that. Pero the team is working para hindi na maging ganun, no? Yung kumbaga perception ng mga tao dito sa model currently ng Axie Infinity. And I guess marami lang din galit ngayon, no? Or nasa in disbelief state. Kasi hindi nila na-experience yung sobrang bilis na ROI last month. Nung sobrang hype ng game na ito. If I remember correctly, early to mid-July, nasa 50,000 pesos to 70,000 pesos yung starter team ng Axie. Tapos yung minimum SLP mo per day is 150. So nabago na siya, no? Nakalahati na siya to a minimum of 75 SLP per day this August. And that is a move by Sky Mavis para nga, hindi sobrang mag-nose dive yung SLP, yung prices ng SLP kasi sobrang laki nung nami-mint and then ang baba nung burn rate. And nung July 13 nga, nag-local top no yung SLP at 41 centavos per SLP. So dollars yun, no? Or pagka kinonvert mo yan to peso, nasa 20.5 pesos yan per SLP sa 50 pesos to $1 na exchange rate. And with this, yung 50k to 70k investment mo is bawi mo na in just 23 days given na nabenta mo yung SLP at 41 cents or 20.5 pesos per SLP. So 150 SLP yan per day, multiply mo sa 20.5 pesos times 23 days, nasa 70,725 pesos yan. Nakaka-engganyo, di ba? Kasi that's an automatic yes if you're having a hard time finding a job in this economy. And that's also a yes as well if you have no knowledge or little knowledge about investing, especially sa crypto. But it wouldn't hurt to be, a bit skeptical, di ba, about this. Kasi sobrang bilis ng ROI. That's a 100% return, no? In less than a month. Again, given that you sold all your SLPs at the local top. Kasi syempre, nung araw nga na yun, di ba, yung local top niya is nasa 41 centavos. Pero nag-start siya at around 30 centavos lang. Well, hindi pala centavos. 41 cents, I'm sorry. Kasi US dollars yan, so cents yan. Then, nag-close din siya on that particular day at 30 cents. So, grabe yung fluctuations, di ba? And ayun nga, kung wala kang experience sa crypto investing or kahit nga sa stock market investing lang or sa forex trading, So wala kang kahit anong background doon, hindi mo talaga maintindihan yung fluctuations ng isang asset class sa market. And sige, pwede rin naman kayo maging skeptical, no? Sino nga ba ako and bakit ako qualified magbigay ng opinion? Well, lahat naman tayo pwede magbigay ng opinion. Pero to give you a bit of context, I'm investing in the Philippine stock market since December 2018. And una akong bumili ng crypto noong Feb or January 2018 din. So, noon ako unang na-expose sa crypto and of course sa stock market investing. Pero mas nag-focus kasi ako sa stock market investing since 2018. Kasi parang yun yung gusto kong i-build muna, no? Para magkaroon ako ng passive income. So, yung passive income or dividends na natanggap ko from 2018 up until now is around 13.60%. Then, yung unrealized profits naman or paper gains ng stock portfolio ko is sitting at around 37.92%. Sabihin natin na binenta ko lahat ng stocks ko ngayon. That will net me around 51.52% in returns, which is pretty amazing returns, no, in the stock market. Actually, yung goal ko is around 4% to 5% returns lang from dividends and wala talaga akong expectation from capital gains. Kasi wala naman talaga akong balak ibenta yung stocks ko in the next 10, 20, and 30 years. So, 100% gains in less than a month, no, sa Axie Infinity is fucking amazing. A bit too good to be true, but of course doable, no? And yes, smells like a scam. But in crypto, that is just normal. And it's a bit unfair nga to compare investing in stocks versus investing in crypto. And to give you more context, no, yung Bitcoin or yung BTC was trading at around $29,000 US dollars, no, just last month, July 20. So if hindi kayo bumibili ng dip, bumili ako at 29k, at 30k. And now, no, it's trading at around 48.8k, 47 point something k. Kasi syempre, sobrang volatile nga ng market. Every single minute, every single second, every single hour, every single day, nagbabago yung prices. So, yun. Pagka nagbenta ka at around 48k, that's a modest 63.86% gain or return given that you've bought at 29k. Of course, no nag-dip, which by the way, I did nga, as I've said earlier, but sold at around 41k to buy my brother's first Axie team. Still, that is a 38% return in just what? 2 or 3 weeks? So, ganun talaga yung laruan sa crypto. Sobrang laki din naman kasi nung tinitake mo na risk. Pero if you know what you're buying, and if you know that time is on your side dito sa mga asset classes na ito, sa mga tokens na ito. Syempre, huwag kayong bumili ng mga shitcoins na sobrang microcaps na wala namang face, no, yung mga founders, yung mga developers nila. So, huwag kayong magpa-scam sa mga yun. Most likely, more often than not, scams yung mga yun. And i-rug pull ka lang nila. Pero kapag kayong project is merong utility, no, meron talaga silang ginagawa. Katulad ng Axie Infinity, it is a game. Yun yung lagi na kakalimutan natin that Axie Infinity is a game. So it is made or built to entertain people through gaming. So kumbaga, naging additional na lang, no, yung kinikita natin dito sa Axie Infinity. And we always forget that. Ang lagi nating inuuna is, magkano ba yung kikitain ko? Magkano ba yung kikitain ko ngayong buwan? Magkano ba yung kikitain ko sa ganitong team? Magkano ba yung ibabalik itong pera pagka nag-invest ako ngayon? Okay? Hindi na natin pinapansin yung fun, or having fun dun sa laro mismo, no? And really just enjoying the game. Okay, ngayon, let's put it into perspective. So, yung stocks is less risky, pero syempre less income potential. But this is assuming that you're exposed in crypto as well. Kasi yung stocks is still a very risky investment for most people. But in my opinion, stocks are fairly safe as long as you do sufficient fundamental analysis and your investing horizon or timeline is long term. So around 10 to 20 years. And then of course sa crypto naman, it is high risk. Talagang high risk siya, no? Pero syempre high income potential din. And of course, malaki din yung pwedeng maging losses mo. Most of the crypto projects that came out this year are scams. Sabi ko nga kanina, di ba? More often than not, yung mga sobrang microcap na projects na walang kwenta yung white paper, tapos yung mga tao hindi mo kilala, hindi mo ma-search sa Google, hindi mo makita yung LinkedIn profiles, walang partners. More often than not, they are scams. And yung crypto market is highly volatile talaga. One day you're up 100% or more, then the next day you're down negative 50% on your portfolio. So that is very normal. Kaya dapat nga pagka nag-invest ka dito sa market na to, kahit nga sa stock market dapat tanggalin mo yung emotion, no? Like, always take a step back before doing anything rash or stupid. Kasi pagka in-involve mo yung emotion sa investing or kahit sa trading, lalo na sa trading, I believe. Kasi ako hindi naman ako sobrang nagtitrade, no? Pero I just trade crypto once or twice a week. Actually, hindi pa ako nagbebenta kasi I just buy AXS to breed my Axies, and then I buy some Ethereum and I buy some BTC kapag nakita ko na bumababa sila. So, ganon. Bihira ako magbenta. Lagi lang akong bili ng bili and nag-acquire lang ako ng mga assets. Okay, let's go back to Axie. To be honest nga, no, I was one of those skeptics when this Axie hype started last month. Kasi sino nga ba namang hindi magiging skeptical dito, no? Na lagi nila sinasabi, oh, ganito lang i-invest mo, and then wala pang 1 month, balik na agad yung pera mo. That is a bit sketchy talaga. And medyo kinilit pa nga ako ng kapatid ko, no, ng utol ko, to convince me na aralin tong crypto project na ito. Kasi, as you all know, yes, bumili na ako ng crypto noong 2018, early 2018, pero sineryoso ko lang talaga siya earlier this year. So around April talaga ako sobrang nag-aral, April, May, ng mga crypto projects. Like, ang dami kong mali din, no, na ginawa. Ang dami kong binili na nasa taas na pala. And then, dapat nag-aantay lang ako ng dips, and hindi pa ako marunong mag-technical analysis nun. And wala, parang yung binibili ko lang is yung mga nakikita ko na sikat na coins. And yeah, hindi talaga ako sobrang nag-research yan. But yeah, after a while, after a couple of weeks, after a couple of months, natuto na ako, no? And syempre, like, sa sobrang dami ko inaaral, parang nakatamad na, pasukin ulit yung isang project na, sige, aralin ko naman, tas gaming. Pero, syempre, na-intrigue din ako, no? And yun nga, nakita ko din yung hype na may potential talaga. Itong project ito, itong game na ito. And sabi ko nga sa kanya, masyadong overpriced mag-entry ngayon. Bababa din yan after a while. Walang asset, stock, or crypto na hindi nagko-correction. And syempre, ang daming may ayaw marinig yun. Especially mga invested na rin, no? Dito sa Axie Infinity. And syempre, gusto nilang like i-milk, no? Like yung hype na yun. Ang dami nagfo-FOMO in na kahit sobrang grabe, 100k, 200k na yung team, bibili pa rin sila. So of course ako, I have to survey yung market. And syempre, kailangan matutunan ako how it works. I mean, paano ka ba talaga kikita? And ano ba yung mga tamang team? Ano ba yung mga tamang dapat gawin? Ano ba yung mga kailangan i-set up? So hindi pwedeng tatalon ka agad. I mean, sometimes that works, but most of the time, that's why you get wrecked, no? Kapag hindi ka nag-research and hindi ka pa naman comfortable dun sa like gagawin mo investment, basta gagawin mo lang. So most likely, kapag hindi ka pa sobrang knowledgeable about dun sa pag-i-investan mo, most likely masascam ka talaga. But kapag ka naging confident ka na, no, and alam mo na okay yung devs, okay yung mga tao behind the project, and yung mga pinapromise sila, and yung mga naka-state sa white paper nila, yung mga naka-state sa roadmap nila is nasusunod, I mean, you can try it out. And of course, like, wag kang mangutang, wag kang magbenta ng mga essential mo. Gamit mo isanla yung bahay nyo, wag mo isanla yung kotse mo, wag mo isanla yung condo nyo. Para lang, i-ride yung hype. Like, kailangan, ang gagamitin mo dito is disposable income. Pera na hindi mo kailangan. Okay? Hindi ito lotto ticket, no? Yung investing is hindi isang lotto ticket na sasagipin ka, no, sa mga financial troubles mo. But yes, yung Axie is parang naging ganun na rin, no, sa iba, sa mga scholars. But if you're not one of those people naman na, nangangailangan talaga sa hirap nung economy and nung buhay ngayon dahil sa COVID and all that, I don't think na dapat go ka lang ng go sa lahat ng makikita mo na opportunity. Yes, dapat mag-grab ka ng opportunity, pero dapat it is within your circle of competence. And yun nga, no, sinabi ko nga na, walang kahit anong asset class na hindi nagko-correction, which turned out to be true naman. Kasi yung SLP is trading at around 15 cents or less na. Depende kung magkano na ngayon. Hindi ko pa na-check, but yeah, around 15 cents sabihin natin, or 7.75 pesos per SLP. And yung SLP is currently down by negative 62.57% from its local top back in July 13. So after a month lang, no, ang laki na nung binaba niya. And yun nga, in relation yan dun sa medyo mataas yung nami-mint na SLP kasi ang dami nga nag-entry sa laro, and then hindi ganong kataas or hindi naman match nung burn rate. So ganoon lang talaga, supply and demand lang yan, no? Oversupply ng SLP, syempre bababa yung value niya. So yun na, debunk na agad, no, yung mga nagsasabi na, yung mga overly bullish people about SLP na hindi na daw bababa. So yeah, that is wrong, and hindi nyo dapat palagi yun paniwalaan. Or kasi nga, kahit anong asset pa yan, no, kahit gaano pa kaganda niyan, di ba? Yung most expensive stock nga sa buong mundo, nagpa-fluctuate pa rin everyday. Di ba? Yung Berkshire Hathaway A na share, di ba? Yung main share nila, yung main stock nila, everyday nagpa-fluctuate pa rin siya. So, walang kahit anong asset na hindi magkakaroon ng correction. Kasi, lagi namang may market cycle eh. Whether that's a long-term market cycle, medium term na market cycle, and then short-term na market cycle. And then, meron pang mga micro market cycles din eh. Kasi, di ba, like yung mga ganyang fluctuations, nangyayari talaga yan on a consistent basis. Depende yan sa sentiment ng market, depende sa sentiment ng mga investors, depende sa news, depende sa mga like policies ng mga politicians, depende sa kung ano man yung climate na parang nira-ride natin currently. Okay? So doon nagbabase yung markets. And yun, still, after a few weeks of studying the project and the game itself, I still invested into Axie Infinity teams and bought some virgin Axies to start a breeding farm. So why? Hindi naman sobrang bumaba yung mga prices, but ngayon medyo okay na, no? Medyo maganda mag-entry ngayon. Medyo parang nagkaroon ng mga 10, 15, 20% discount compared last month. But ito yung mga reason ko, no, kung bakit ako nag-invest pa rin ako. So, unang-una, the game and ecosystem is still fairly new and young. So, it's still in development. This game is still in alpha stage or phase, and the growth potential is really promising. So, ilan na nga ba yung daily active users? Around 1.5, 1.6 million? Like, for example, yung isang game na nilaro ko dati, Summoner's War. Wala naman talagang potential kumita, and then yung strongest card mo nga is yung credit card doon. So, like, ayun, parang nasa 50 million plus downloads yung nangyari. So, ibig sabihin parang nasa 50 million people yung naglaro. Estimated. I'm not sure yung exact number, but around that much, no? So, wala pa sakaling kingan nun, nung game na yon, yung population ng Axie Infinity. Yung mga naglalaro ng Axie Infinity. So, ang laki pa talaga ng potential for growth. And then number 2, the project's leaders or founders and game developers are real people, no? Kasi pag sinabi mong Ponzi scheme, more often than not, lagi nagtatago yan, no? Yung mga masterminds, nagtatago sila behind fake names and identities, katulad nga ng Curther, di ba? And they really know their shit, yung mga founders itong and developers itong Axie Infinity. So kapag chinek nyo, no, yung Twitter page ni Jiho or ni Jihos_Axie, check out nyo lang or lalagay ko dito sa screen, no, para ma-check out nyo siya. Like, matalino yung tao. Panoorin yung mga interview niya. Ang ganda ng niya. Sobrang level-headed niya. And ang ganda ng mga takes niya, ang ganda ng mga parang mga gusto nilang mangyari, no? And yung mga reason kung bakit nila ginagawa yung mga bagay-bagay. And kung bakit nila tinitake itong mga steps na ito. To further improve the game and of course to help the community. The number 3, the devs and the team are not greedy bastards and they want the community to have a sense of ownership, no? When an Axie is sold kasi, as I've said earlier, in the marketplace, Sky Mavis only takes 4.5% and the breeder or the seller gets 95.75% of the revenue. So saan ka nakakita nun? In traditional games, if you buy something from their marketplace, most of the time, the devs or the publishers gets 100% of the revenue. Right, number 4 is the game is actually fun and I didn't expect to have this much fun, no? Hindi lang dahil invested ako. Kasi nung una talaga, sabi ko, sige, mag-shell out ako ng funds para sa kapatid ko para may pagkakitaan siya. And sabi ko, sige, mang-i-ISCO na lang din ako pagka meron akong ulit extra funds. And then after like 1 or 2 days of playing na pinapanood lang yung kapatid ko, no? Bumili na ako ng sarili kong Axie team kasi yung parang inner competitive spirit ko is nag-kick in. So I just want to compete and I want to like, climb up the ladder. So yun na nga, bumili na rin ako ng Axie team ko. And then at first, yung impression nyo, or yung impression ko, or siguro yung impression nyo nga rin, it looks silly, yung game, if wala ka pa talaga experience or context about Axie. But as you get exposed to the game, you'll realize how fun it is. Except, syempre, yung mga instances na dalawang beses nag-crit yung mga kalaban yung Axies na nakaka-bad trip yun. Pero if yun nga, naglaro ka ng Summoner's War or Hearthstone before, you'll surely enjoy this game. And now, going back sa Ponzi scheme aspect ng Axie. So again, ito, isa pang description ng sinabi ng Investopedia about Ponzi scheme. So, Ponzi scheme generates returns for older investors by acquiring new investors who are promised a large profit at little to no risk. Again, walang pinapromise yung Sky Mavis na ganon. Ang sinasabi lang nila, yes, you can play the game. Kailangan mo na tatlong access to play the game and enjoy the game. And in turn, you will earn SLP every day kapag ka naglaro ka. Kasi, like, parang farming lang yan di ba? Like, for example, nagra-Ragnarok ka, kailangan mo ng mga Zenny, kailangan mo ng mga cards, kailangan mo ng mga items, diba? Kailangan mong i-farm yun, kailangan mong mag-grind para makuha yung mga items na yun. Same thing sa Axie Infinity. Ito lang, yung ina-earn mo kasi or yung fina-farm mo, is isang digital currency. So, cryptocurrency token siya. And yes, sige, aminin natin, may merit naman talaga yung sinasabi ng mga tao na may Ponzi scheme or like Ponzi-esque qualities yung Axie sa ngayon. Kasi kung walang gusto bumili ng mga Axie, diba, to form their own Axie teams, the value of Axies will probably or most likely nosedive. So, bababa yung presyo niya. But I believe that won't happen anytime soon kasi sobrang taas talaga ng demand for new Axies currently. Kasi sino nga ba namang may ayaw na mag-earn sa isang game na nilalaro nila? Diba? That's a dream. So, ito yung future talaga ng gaming, I believe. Also, hindi naman nanggagaling sa new players yung kinikita ng mga old players kasi pag may Axie team ka na, you'll have the ability to earn SLP. And we call that process minting. Again, ulitin natin, hindi nanggagaling sa new players ang kinikita ng mga old players. Kasi pag may Axie team ka na, you'll have the ability to earn SLP and we call that minting. I hope that is clear, okay? Kumbaga parang miners tayo ng SLP, Yung mga Axies natin are miners of SLP, of the SLP token. Hindi nanggagaling sa new players yung potential income or gains ng old players. Sabihin natin, yes, today, wala nang bumili ng kahit anong Axie. Yung mga previous holders, yung mga Axie na ngayon, we can still earn SLP without the help of like new players na bumibili ng Axie, okay? Ganun lang siya kasimple. Yes, of course, if that happens, syempre, magpa-plummet yung prices ng AXS, magpa-plummet din yung prices ng SLP, but we're still gonna earn SLP, right? Ang pinag-uusapan lang dito is yung peso equivalent or yung USDT or kahit anong fiat equivalent ng SLP. Yun lang yung mag-nosedive, yung valuation. Pero we'll still earn SLP without the help of any new players in the ecosystem in the game. Plus, Axies are NFTs or non-fungible tokens which makes Axies more valuable as well. So for context, yung NFTs are unique cryptographic tokens that exist on a blockchain and it cannot be replaced. Yung source natin is Investopedia. You can also watch my video about non-fungible tokens if gusto nyo, if interested kayo. Lilink ko yan dyan sa description sa baba. You can also click yung link or yung pop-up dyan sa top right para makita nyo yung explanation ko about NFTs. Alright, and then familiar ba kayo sa CryptoPunks? So yung mga pixels dun sa nakita nyo sa screen nyo. So bakit nga ba siya valuable? Di ba pixels lang naman yung mga yan sa screen natin, di ba? Yung sinasabi, katwiran ng iba lagi sa NFT. Oh, sa screenshot ko na yun, akin na yan. No, it doesn't work that way. It's valuable because people believe it's valuable. So social capital yan. And it's scarce. Kasi diba, only 10,000 punks yung na-create back in 2017. Yung current lowest punk that you can buy in the market is at 78.75 ETH. That is around 253,000 US dollars. Again, 250,000 US dollars. Yung pinakamura na CryptoPunk in the market. And yung most valuable one is 4.2 thousand ETH yung kailangan mong bayaran. That is around 7.57 million US dollars. Again, 7.57 million US dollars. Same thing sa mga Axies, no? Difference lang is walang limit yung supply ng mga Axies. So, kapag bumaba yung demand, the prices will drop. So, law of supply and demand lang yan. But we can't discount the fact na NFTs din itong mga Axies natin. Also, may utility ang mga Axies kasi you can play the game using those Axies and in turn, you can earn SLPs, which is, digital token. Kahit pa hindi ka nag-earn ng SLP, pwede mo pa rin laruin yung Axies mo, no? Kung tanggalin nila yung feature na yun, pwede mo pa rin laruin yung Axie Infinity game. Yung CryptoPunks or yung Beeple Art kung familiar kayo or yung other NFT projects na tinitingnan lang natin or tinititigan lang natin, wala naman talaga silang utility other than its art and parang symbol lang siya ng social status. And may mga collectibles din naman na Axies which are also scarce. So same thing naman sa NFTs rin, yung mga artwork na yan. May mga collectors na talaga, no? Yung trip nila sa buhay, di ba? They want to collect. Meron nga mga coin collectors din, di ba? Or like, ako, nagko-collect ako ng mga kotse, yung mga diecast, di ba? So, sino ba makapagsabi na, hindi, wala namang kwenta yan? I don't care, di ba? Pagka may nagsabi sa akin na, wala namang kwenta yung kinokolekta mong yung kinokolekta mong mga diecast na yan. Or like, for example, may nagsabi na sa isang coin collector, wala namang kwenta yan, wala namang value yan. I don't care. The coin collector don't care about your opinion kasi that makes them happy. Collecting die-cast cars makes me happy. Diba? Like, kanya-kanyang trip lang yan. And I don't know what people want. Like, pinipilit nila, no, yung ideal sila, yung principle sila, yung thinking nila sa ibang tao. And hindi nila kayang tanggapin, no, yung new information na meron talagang ibang pag-iisip, no, in comparison dun sa pag-iisip mo. Yun yung problema natin. I think as a society, I don't know. Pero yun yung napapansin ko, no? Parang ang gusto natin is merong isang absolute lang na tamang gawin. Ito lang yung laging tama, no? Ito lang yung dapat natin gawin. Ito, scam yan. Mali yan. Diba? Pag sinabi na, hindi, yung coin collection yan, scam yan. Wala namang value yan, diba? Yung mga diecast na yan, scam yan. Wala yung value. Doesn't make any sense. And yun nga, may mga collectibles din naman na yung Axies which are also scarce nga, as I've said earlier. Merong mga Mystic Axies, merong mga Origin Axies, merong Holiday Axies, merong Japanese Axies, merong Mio Axies, meron ding Gamogenesis Axies. I think yan yung pinaka-valuable dapat kasi sila lang yung tatlo nag-exist sa ecosystem. So nakita ko lang din yan sa tweet ni Jiho. So check out nyo talaga, no, yung Twitter page. Ang dami nyo matututunan doon. And yun, the team acknowledges din na hindi sustainable talaga, no, yung current economy and ecosystem ng Axie. So they're continuously trying to find ways to improve it. Kaya nga 'di ba, they minimize, no, or like binawasan nila yung daily minimum SLP na players can earn. So na change siya from 150 to 75. And there are a lot of changes that will be made along the way para mag-continue yung growth, no, ng game and ng community. And if you want to learn more or read more about this, for more context, check out nyo lang website nila, yung axie.substack.com. Ililink ko na lang din yan sa description sa baba. Alright, so medyo mahaba na itong episode na to. So, pahabol lang, no, mga friendly reminders lang sa mga newbie investors dyan. And sa mga gustong sumubok, no, mag-invest kahit saan pa yan, sa stock markets, sa real estate, sa crypto, sa mga NFT projects, dito sa Axie Infinity, kahit ano pa yan. Ito, mga friendly reminders lang. Unang-una, invest money that you don't need. Again, invest money that you don't need. At least in the next 6 months or 1 year. Yung mga perang hindi nyo kailangan gastusin or like hindi nyo kailangan gastusin sa mga essential stuff, no? Bills, food, clothing, whatever it may be. Dapat hindi siya. Dapat disposable income siya. And invest money that you can afford to lose. Lalo na sa crypto. Kasi nga, diba, sobrang volatile nitong market na ito. The market is so volatile. It's crazy, to be honest. That's why I have this mentality or principle that I follow. treat your investment as an expense. I treat all of my investments as an expense. Para kapag natalo ako, there's no hard feelings. Kasi that's my fault. Ako yung may mali doon. Nag-invest ako sa isang bagay na hindi ko pa masyado alam. And umasa lang ako na, hindi, mag 100x to in just 2 days, di ba? Biglang, narag pull na. Well, that's my fault. So, I treat my investment as an expense. Kasi di ba, pagka inisip mo, bumili ka na isang phone. Like every day ba, i-check mo yung for example, page ng Apple or ng Samsung na, magkano na ba yung phone ko? Pwede ko na ibenta to ngayon. We don't do that, right? So, pagka nag-invest ka, i-treat mo yun as expense. And para nga mag-alat ka lang talaga ng amount na pera na, okay lang sa'yo na mawala na. Kasi nga, di ba, parang expense siya eh. And for more context about that, check out nyo lang yung video ko about that, discussing yung treating your investment as an expense. Siguro may matututunan kayo doon. Yeah, check out nyo lang yun dyan sa description sa baba. And then, number 2, invest in your knowledge first before investing your hard-earned money. Kasi diba, yun yung ayaw natin. Like, hindi ka pa sobra nagre-research, hindi ka pa nagbabasa, wala ka pa experience sa field na yun, dun sa asset class na yun, hindi ka pa exposed dun. Like, bigla ka na lang magda-dive in ng walang alam. So, dun talaga nangyari yung dun ka marirect and dun ka mawawala ng pera. So yeah, do your own research para meron kang accountability if successful man or failure yung investment venture mo. Dapat wala kang ibang sisihin, kundi sarili mo. Yun yung magandang mentality i-adapt. Kasi kapag ka naging successful, yeah, you're gonna feel good, di ba? Like, you're proud of yourself, di ba? Na tumubo ka ng 2x, di ba? Sa isang investment. But if you fail as well, dapat you have to take accountability as well. Dapat own that mistake, kasi that's the time that we learn. Kasi pagka hindi natin inadmit na nagkamali tayo and nag-fail tayo, hindi tayo matututo. Like, parang niloloko lang natin sarili natin, I'm perfect, hindi ako nagkakamali. No. Maling mentality yun and pangit na mentality yun in my opinion. So yeah, just own up to your mistakes, learn from it, and yeah, have that accountability. Number 3, invest money that you actually have. So, huwag kang mangungutang or magsasanla ng lupa or ng bahay. Syempre, we have to manage our risk. And dapat palaging lamang yung upside sa downside. So, yun yung ideal. Yun yung dapat natin gawin. Ideally, syempre. Diba? Sino ba kasi lagi tayo natatakot diba? Dun sa risk. Like, kaya hindi tayo nag-invest kasi we fear losing that money. Pero hindi natin nakikita na yes, we might lose this money but we might preserve that money as well and then earn interest from it. Like, but hindi natin i-level palagi, Like, consider natin, ano ba yung probability na I will lose money from this venture? Ano ba yung probability na kumita ako ng pera from this venture? Diba? Like, you have to just weigh it. Pros and cons, diba? Gawa ka ng list, pros and cons. Ano ba? Dapat ko bang gawin to? Dapat ba hindi? Masyado bang risky? Hindi ako comfortable? Yeah, you decide. So, ikaw yung makapag-decide hindi ibang tao. And then lastly, number 4, invest in what you know. Understand and enjoy. Syempre, kapag ka hindi mo gusto yung ginagawa mo, hindi ka magkakaroon ng kumbaga initiative, to learn about that stuff. If you're just in it for the money, more often than not, dun tayo nawawala ng pera. Dapat yung gagawin mo is na-enjoy mo talaga and you want to do it. You're not just doing it to earn some cash. Okay? Sabi nga ni Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger, you don't have to win or play in all the games and you don't have to be an expert in everything. So, kailangan mo lang maging magaling, dun sa mga bagay na trip mo talaga gawin. Like, it's pretty simple, Pero, syempre, sa simula, kapag hindi mo pa na-realize yun, or like, kapag wala ka pa dun sa mental state na yun, or like, wala ka pa nung ganong klaseng mentality, then yeah, mahirap talaga siya simula. Kasi ganon din naman ako before. Like, I do things to impress other people. I do things kasi sinabi ng parents ko. I do things kasi sinabi ng friends ko. But now, I only do things that will make me happy. Kasi yun naman yung goal natin, diba? To live a happy life. And yun, kailangan mo lang i-identify yung circle of competence mo. and stick to it, and eventually, most likely, you'll eventually find success. Alright guys, I know medyo mahaba talaga, medyo napapawas na ako, medyo sumasakit na yung lalamunan ko, but I really hope na may natutunan kayo. E-end na natin yung episode here. Help me grow the channel by smashing the like button, sobrang nakakatulong yun sa algorithm ng YouTube. And if bago ka naman sa channel, click mo na yung subscribe button and ring the notification bell para wala kang ma-miss out sa mga uploads ko every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Follow me on my social media platforms at MNPSPH. I'm on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Another way to support the channel and join the Peso Smart PH community is through the YouTube membership. Click nyo lang yung link dyan sa description sa baba to know more about it. Thanks again for watching and listening, everyone. Stay safe and always remember, be Peso Smart.